What is your ultimate aim in life? Where do you want to go? When you look into the future in the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, where do you see yourself? Is it at just a normal top corporate level with a big fat salary and nothing else? Or is it at a different level? Is it at an unimaginable, extraordinary level? Which level is it at? What kind of aim do you have? If you have the first aim and you think you'll become extraordinary, it's the sad truth that you won't, because that's just the way of conventional thinking and that's just how we normally think. That is actually a very small aim. Now, if that is what your aim is, that's okay. But if you think that I will become successful, I will become extraordinary, I will change the world through that, that won't happen. You'll just stay limited to what your vision is, what your aim is, that you just have to get to a top corporate level and then you have to retire. But if that's not what your vision is, if your vision is something else, if you really want to change the world, if you want to bring a small yet significant change, if you want to inspire, if you want to motivate, if you want to spark a change, then in whatever mode it is, whether it is in business, whether it is in entrepreneurship, whether it is in social service, whatever it is, if you have that aim and it's a big, extraordinary, and difficult one, then you are on the path to becoming extraordinary and to creating impact all around the globe. Let me tell you a story. This is the story of a young lawyer who has been practicing law for some years now, and then that person who's just a lawyer has the vision of changing his country. He starts the freedom struggle. He starts the non-violent satyagraha movements, and eventually, from a lawyer who may have been just practicing in a small law firm, he went on to change the course of a country. And that is Mahatma Gandhi. He could have easily thought that I am just a lawyer, what can I do? But some incidents moved him. Some incidents sparked a change, sparked an inspiration in him, and he followed that. He went right towards that, no matter how difficult it was. He had to stay in prison for that. He had to defy all odds for that. But eventually, after years and years of long struggle and a lot of pain, difficulties, and challenges, he was able to fulfill his main aim. He was able to fulfill his main idea, his main goal, and that was to lead India to independence. And that's why we are here today, because he had that vision, he had that idea, and he did not let his present needs, he did not let his mind think conventionally, and that no, I cannot do that, or what if. But he did not think that way. He got that vision, he worked towards it, and he turned it into reality. That's the kind of aim we need to have. We need to have a great aim, because in reality having a small aim is a crime. How? It's simple. Let's just understand it through this analogy. All of us humans are born with the same potential and with the same kind of level of things that we can do. So, if Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Brian Tracy, Robert Kiyosaki can reach to the top level, if they can get to those riches, they can get to that level of success, you can too. Because at the end, they were humans and you are a human too. If you look at any dog, you have one dog in India, you have another dog in Germany, you have another dog in South America. All of them have the same potential, all of them can do the same things. And if those humans could do it, if those humans can reach to that level of performance, success, and potential, you can too. Which just means that you are not even realizing the true potential you have. And many researchers, many studies have proven that we only use 10% of our potential and of our brain power. So can you imagine, if by just using that small percentage we are able to live this life? If we unlock that 90%, if we tap into that 90%, can you imagine the level we'll go to? it will be unimaginable. And for that, to unlock that 90% and to actually live that great life, you need to get rid of small thinking. You need to throw it out of your mind. It won't work any other way. You need to put out, you need to throw the thinking like, what if this happens, what if I fail, but this cannot happen, but I am at this level now, I am poor now, I am unfit now, I am obese right now, how will I be able to do that? Cut this all out. None of this is supporting you. All of this is undermining your potential. And if you keep thinking this way, you'll do an injustice to your potential and your creation. And you'll live a life that was unimpactful, that did not create a lot of value, and that was very, that you did not use a lot of potential in that. And by not using your potential, you live an unfulfilled, unhappy, and sad life. If that's what you want, continue small thinking. Nobody's stopping you. But remember that you're doing a crime because you're not using your fullest potential, and you are betraying your own creation, you're betraying your own self. So now that we have that cleared out of the way, let's understand what does it take to have a great aim. You just need a vision, a place where you want to go to. And it has to be so unimaginable, it has to be so unconventional that it even scares you a bit. It even scares you that, will I really be able to achieve that? But you have to get that thought out of your mind. So it has to be very unconventional. Let's take understanding through this simple example. I already told you about Mahatma Gandhi. He was a simple lawyer, and from being a simple lawyer, he went to changing the entire nation, and now he's called the father of our nation. In the same way, Google went from being a small company in the back area, in the back garage of a house, to one of the biggest tech giants in the world. In the same way, a lot of businesses, a lot of entrepreneurs have gone from zero to hero only because they had a vision. You take Steve Jobs, you take J.K. Rowling as an author. She was nothing at first. She was living on welfare, and then she went on to become a billionaire. Can you imagine the stark contrast? That is what happens when you have that great vision and when you know exactly what you want to achieve and where you want to go. Keep an unconventional vision. So let me just give you an example. If you are living in a situation where you don't make a lot of money, let's say you just make 20,000-30,000 rupees a month, and you're saying that I'll become a billionaire and I will make a 50 billion or $100 billion company or a tech startup. You can do that. You have all the power, all the potential within you to do that. And once you set your eyes on that aim, once you focus on that, you will actually be able to achieve it. If your aim is, let's say, if your aim is to become the best chef in the world and you don't even know how to cook an omelette, you can learn those skills, you can do all of that, and you can become that chef. No one can stop you. And if you believe that you can become a great stock market investor, you can become like Warren Buffett, like Charlie Munger, but you don't really have a lot of knowledge of stock market and how it works, you can still do that. You can still make a lot of money, and you can also become a billionaire through that. If your vision is something else, if your vision is somewhat like Mother Teresa and you want to create charity, you want to help people out, you can do that even if you don't have a lot of things yourself. You can do anything you set up your mind to be, because our mind and our imagination creates our thought, our dreams create our thoughts, and then our thoughts transform into action, which then turn into reality. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam had said, dream, dream, dream. Dreams turn into thoughts, and thoughts result in action. And by thinking, by dreaming, we create that action. We create that action, and when that action happens, it turns into reality. And now your another question may be, okay, I am thinking, I have this big vision, but how does it even turn into reality? Don't worry about that. The only thing you need to worry about is that it's not just wishful thinking. You don't need to have the perfect plan. You don't need to have the perfect clarity that I'll go this way, then I'll go this way, then I'll go this way, then I'll go straight. Whatever it is, you don't need to know that. All you need to know is you have that aim, and that it's not just visual thinking, but it's active pursuit. And what's that active pursuit? That means you're taking action on it right away. If you set a goal, if you send a prayer, and if you set that vision right now, that yes, this is where I want to get to. I want to get to this breakthrough, unconventional level. From this moment on, your actions must start doing that. Whether it is learning, whether it is self introspection, whether it is getting rid of your fears, whatever it is, you must start acting and you must start actively pursuing that dream. Because then what will happen is that once those thoughts start running and once those translate into quick action, even though it's small action, your mind will start being possessed by those thoughts. And as it is being consistently possessed by those thoughts, it's sending that message to the universe, and then those thoughts are also translating into action. And then all your focus is on your dream, and then how can you not achieve it? It's simple. It's not rocket science. It's not quantum physics that's difficult to understand. It's simple. It's simple, proven methods that you can follow. Because the thing you focus on the most is the thing that will create the most results for you. If you focus the most on the negative things in your life, you'll see more of negativity around you. If you focus on the positive things, you'll see more of positivity. And in the same way, if you just focus on your dream, if you have that single-eyed focus, you will be able to get to it very easily. You'll be able to find ways. You'll be able to catch opportunities, and you'll start growing much more exponentially. So remember that having a small aim is a crime, because it is undermining your potential and it is not living up to who you can be. And that will create a very sad, very unhappy life for you. And you will not enjoy it at all. You will not create any impact at all. And then you'll be living a life full of regrets. Instead, when you have a great aim, when you have an unconventional aim, no matter what it is, no matter how illogical it is, and once you set your eyes on it, once you start actively pursuing it, no one can stop you. You will become unstoppable, you will become unbeatable, and you will actually achieve that success and use your potential to the fullest. Tap into that 90% power, and you will be amazed and staggered by all that you can do. So now what I want you to do is comment below and tell me what is your great aim, what is the vision you want to see. And once you write that down, be happy with it. Write it down in front of you on a wall as well. If you have a wall on your side, put it there. If you have a wall in front of you, put it there. But have it in front of you. Have that vision in front of you, and also write it in the comment section so that it has more public accountability as well. And you know, yeah, I wrote it this, so I must fulfill it now. So do that, and also subscribe to this channel, because every day I'm putting out new and great content from my experiences and from my thoughts that add more positivity into your life and help you progress further towards your success and towards your achievements. So hit the subscribe button and the bell icon for that. And also like this video, because it helps me grow and it helps you grow too. And share it with as many people as possible, because then more and more of us will be able to tap into the 90% of power in our brain, and we will be able to succeed and do much more and create a more positive and happy world.